This is who I am and this is what I like. GC Summon, Blink, and MXPX rocking my room. If you're looking for me, I'll be at the show. I can never find a better place to go. Until the day I die, I promise I won't change. So you better get. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. I just wanna have fun. I don't wanna be told up, and I don't wanna change. So you better give up, 'cause I'm not gonna change. I don't wanna grow up.
Live from the Anime Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Finally, we got some nice weather going on around here. You tuned in to the Generation Evolution for Thursday, August 21st, 2025. Where did the summer go? I'm Blake.
I'm Cristian.
And we'll explain why he's a little sleepy today in a few minutes.
Where did summer go?
We're not alone because Mark is not here today. He is off because he can't look at a calendar. We're making unscheduled appointments, so he's not here today. But we do.
That's very like.
Yeah, ironic because it's not the first time this has happened when this guy's on the show with us. But before we say that, the song's going to end in a minute. This is actually continuing our trend of music of the concert we're going to tonight. This is a Simple Plan. Grow Up. I want to go with a deep cut, which is actually on the set list for tonight's show. Well, hey, do you know what movie this is from? The first Scooby-Doo live action movie.
All I heard was Scooby-Doo. What was
the first Scooby-Doo live action movie.
Okay.
Probably the best one, actually, by far. But yeah, this is from that. So that is
the one with Scrappy.
Yeah, Scrappy was the villain. It's a great movie. I love that movie.
Oh, isn't this the one where they switch bodies halfway?
Yeah, it was a crazy movie. It's an absolutely nutty movie, but I love it because it's so campy. It's so campy. I love it so much. So, all right. Well, since we actually had a scheduled guest today before Mark decided to dive out on us on a dentist appointment, let's bring him on.
It's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Well, I'm going to have to now because Sal, you're an amateur. Amateur. Damn it, you beat me to it.
So, we were going to have some fisting for you tonight. We really.
That says it all.
Let's bring on our friend, Jon Parker, onto the show. John, welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm back to annoy everyone.
You know what's funny about that song? It's on my Broadway playlist. I love that song. It's from Kicky Boo. It's on my Broadway playlist. And it pops up randomly when I have my Broadway playlist on shuffle, and it makes me think of you every time. It comes on like randomly a lot.
What better way to spend your days than thinking of me?
Well, there are times where it's like it pops up on my playlist, so I have to talk. I have to bring it up. So we're not gonna bullshit here today. We have a lot to cover today. A lot going on. A lot of news.
We have another guest here with John.
Yes, I see. I'll introduce your guest in studio.
Yeah. As soon as I sit down to record any show, she decides it's now cuddle time.
Introduce your guest in studio. You're your guest.
Well, I mean, I would try and get her on camera, but she doesn't. This is Drusilla, my guest. It's like she's now decided to sit down. Now I'm trying to get her on camera. Damn it.
No, it's actually we haven't had problems in a while. We haven't actually had problems in a while.
There.
Hey,
can you hear us now?
We're back. We're back.
We're back up and running. All right, cool. So we have a lot to get to, a lot to go on. The first segment has been talking about personal stuff and stuff that we're doing. So I'm going to start here with saying I on Saturday, I went to FanExpo Chicago. And I have my lanyard and everything right here. Hey. And I prepaid for my lanyard, so I got to pick whatever lanyard I wanted. And I ended up going with the Flintstones. Because it was an option. And I'm like, what the hell? It has,
That's a great idea. Well, why don't they always have options? That's
It
brilliant.
was a nice surprise. Like most of them, the anime and stuff like that. Then I saw the Flintstones. I'm like, I'm grabbing the
So,
Flintstones.
most of the time, for these I bet you there's like 8 different options.
Yeah, but this was a nice surprise. It was a nice surprise to have an old school
Awesome.
option for a change. So, I do want to say for the first time in a long time, I actually bought a comic book at a comic book convention. I never buy comics usually, and actually because they had a FanExpo exclusive that I still haven't even opened yet because I haven't had time. But it is the Mandalorian FanExpo exclusive.
Oh,
I just haven't had a chance to open it yet. It's a Marvel variant cover edition. I just haven't had a chance to open it yet. So
we should have like a wow soundboard piece.
But one of the main reasons I went to FanExpo myself this year because this one doesn't do Saturday at FanExpo, and Mark had the plans, and I just didn't want to do it with Kyle 2 Saturdays in a row. And so the main reason I went, I was not planning on going to FanExpo this year. I was not planning on going, but there was one reason I had to go, and this is the reason I had to go.
Hey,
it would be to do the meet and greet with the one and only Grant Gustin.
Oh,
Obviously the Flash. I'm actually holding Rosie from his Broadway show Water for Elephants, which I did get to see at the end of last. So I did get to see it in New York right before he left the show. I actually got to see one of his last shows. So, by the way, he was so excited to see Rosie. He didn't expect it. So that was a cool surprise.
yeah, but he appreciated it. That's a bit of a deeper cut than most people probably, mentioned.
Well, he brought it up during the panel. But I don't think he expected anybody in line to bring it up. So that was a cool surprise. And he gave me a hug on the way out. That was really cool. So very cool experience. A very nice guy. Great guy. Like, I'm so happy he was such a great guy. Like, I'm so happy.
That's one of the few times where the person who plays the character is actually just a nice guy.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes, and you can't lie, sometimes they're the biggest.
I've met some dicks at these kind of panels, and this one, I can't say, Greg Gustin was an awesome person to meet, and also as fast as the interaction is, it's something I remember. It's all like Kevin Smith. I met Kevin Smith at FanExpo a few years back, and that was one of my favorite meet and greets of all time. So but I do have a clip from the panel that I want to share because this is too funny, and I have not sent it to him yet because I wanted him to see it here. This came out of nowhere, by the way. This literally came out of nowhere. But the irony, by the way, that the Flash cast was late for their panel was not lost on anyone. I know that. The irony of that.
This is the Flash to me.
He is the Flash. He is the Flash. But the fact that he was 10 minutes, they were 10 minutes late for their panel, it's not lost on anybody.
I think they did it.
The funny part is the graphic on the screen said it was the cast. Candice Patton was not promoted. She got added to the expo like 3 days beforehand, and they added her to this panel at the last minute. So she wasn't even on the graphic on the big screen. That was a nice surprise. Oh, like Candice Patton, fucking gorgeous person. Oh my god, she's gorgeous. But Iris. But anyway, this moment I had to share this with you guys. I figured John, you'd appreciate it too. Grant was talking about,
it's a really good photo too.
Grant was talking about in the panel about the running that he would have to do, and joking about having a conversation while running that if he probably get there faster if he didn't have to talk so much. But then he's like, "Wait, I can still do that running right now. I can still do it."
No.
Give him a tight shot.
Everybody. All right, so just ready, and he's coming in. Action! He's getting close. Look behind you. Look behind you. Come left. Come left.
He still got it.
Yeah, I just have to share that with you guys. I thought that was too funny. That was too funny not to share. By the way, I posted that on the Confederation.
Beautiful.
I posted it up on our TikTok page, by the way. I got like 700 views immediately. I put that up. But yeah, that was too funny not to share. I had to share that with you guys. Now this guy, a little sleep today for a Thursday afternoon. Because
I mean, it's not really the different. I'm always sleeping on a Thursday afternoon.
Well, because this guy was at camp over the weekend. Although this week, there's a graphic to show up on the screen. There it is. And
Yep.
Anything you want to say here with the graphic up on the screen from your camp experiences? But your first time going to camp this week.
Cross country camp for anyone wondering.
Yes.
It was a blast. Barely got sleep, and for the first time ever, I slept in a bunk bed.
Yes.
I was the top bunk, and I think I kind of regret it because Oh my god, that thing is annoying as hell. You move 1 inch over, it's the whole goddamn creaking ass thing. And I will never forget when I tried to make my bed. I have a bed sheet, a bed sheet, and it's like like the elastic underneath.
He
so you
learned
can,
the
like,
hell of a fitted sheet. He learned the hell of a fitted sheet.
30 minutes trying to put it on the bed.
And it doesn't get any easier with practice. Never.
No.
Especially when the beds get bigger. When the beds get bigger.
But no, this was a blast. I got stuck kayaking.
Kayaking.
I got stuck going in circles, kayaking in the middle of the
Yeah,
lake.
the pictures on the screen here.
It is what it is.
Most people, the pictures on the screen are actually.
So the first one from right underneath me is oh my god, an exercise where we all got stood on a log and we had to somehow rearrange ourselves while on the log and not stepping off in alphabetical order from first name.
It's one of those who's lucky he has the early name in his alphabet. The alphabet.
You know what's funny? I made this joke. So behind me is Ethan, and behind her is Lola. I literally had to go where Lola was.
That's funny.
So I literally, we eventually got a situation where I had to walk over people. So I literally had to stand there for a good two people, and then go back 2 spaces. And that was perfectly fine. And I had to do nothing else the entire time.
That's funny.
And then the one under that is we had every night was a team time, and that was Chameleon the game. If you know what that is, it's you have to guess who the liar is. I'm not gonna explain the game because I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how to explain it myself. Perfect acknowledge. And the one right underneath John over there, I can't really point because my goddamn possessions over it.
Right below John.
Yep, there you go. Thank you. Is kayaking. I don't actually know where I
You
am.
are in the picture. I know you are in the picture. I swear
I see myself.
You're right there on the left. You're right
the
there
end.
on the far left.
The end.
Yeah, far left.
And then underneath that is the whole experience, and I would never be doing that again unless it's someone who's equally as strong with me. Because of my strength, I could not steer correctly, and we kept on going in circles and circles for a good 5 minutes.
That's. I've done that before. I understand. I've been there. I've been there.
No, how bad it was. That didn't work. So I had to switch mid-teams. And it was horrible.
That's hysterical.
And it was so much. It was funny as fuck though. Looking back, and to be honest, back-to-back days it was kayaking, the rock climbing. My arms gave out at me, so I don't blame myself. But I went higher than I expected. And you know what?
It is. So there you go. A little bit of experience.
That was my camp experience, and then also staying up until midnight playing spotted poker.
And playing a lot of pool. What you told me.
I played 16 games of pool. 16 games of pool throughout the literal 2 days.
Wow.
If you want to add the half a day, it's 2 days pretty much. So yeah, 16 games of pool, and I won 8 of them.
There you go.
Hey,
so
good.
Now that we're officially entering cross-country season, I do want to make a little bit. The schedule is going to be really wonky from now to October. I'm just being honest with people. I've already actually worked on the schedule today. I worked on the schedule. We'll be doing the show every week. It won't be the same day every week. I'm just being honest here, people. His schedule is all wonky because, God forbid, a cross-country schedule could have they meet on the same day every week. That's not a thing. So our schedule is going to be all kinds of wonky for the next 2 months. But we will have shows. We will have things going on. I think you're only missing one show in the next 2 months because of family stuff going on that week.
Yep.
That's one reason. We have family stuff going on too. So you're missing one show, which is not bad. All seriousness. All the way through our Halloween special.
Ironically, I'm not missing a show because of cross country.
Well, technically you are. It's just I make it work. I couldn't on the weekend. That's all. But if I had the Saturday option, I didn't have the Saturday option that week. Anyway, and I didn't want to miss the Giants game on Sunday. So I don't want to miss the Giants game. So I'm paying for it. I want to actually watch football on Sundays.
What I'm about to say, take as a joke. This man cares about the football mode. I'm kidding.
No, people that know me know I love my Giants. I know they suck, but I want to watch them. It's one of those things. I know they suck. But anyway, he hasn't dealt with a hockey season, a full hockey season during the show yet. He didn't know that yet.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming.
But anyway, that's October as well. But anyway, we already have a Halloween special schedule. So we have a Halloween scheduled at the end of October. I'm really excited about. But anyway, let's move on. We have our question of the week from last week. And let's bring the graphic up here again, where people got to pick their manager. And John, before we actually get to the answers we have, pick your manager based on the graphic that's on the screen in front of you.
Wow. Okay, that's actually a really hard choice because some of these are my absolute favorites. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm torn between two. Well, I'm actually torn between all of them, really. But I'm narrowing it down to two. I can't decide between Sherry and Heenan because they're two of the all-time greats. I might lean towards Heenan though because I just love
That makes sense.
his whole character of just being an absolute jerk. He's the worst. I love him. Yeah, I'm going with Heenan then. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, this is actually one of our TikTok did not fuck with us this week. We actually have answers. We actually have legitimate answers. Half the people actually answered the question correctly, and half the people decided to go off the board. And go crazy, including Mandy, who will be in the second window of answers. But here are the people that actually answered the question correctly. If it wants to come up on the screen here. Come on. There we go. We have Heathen from I actually pick up on my screen.
I can actually read it.
Can you read it? Go for it.
I think it's
This is very small print. I can't read it.
Sherrier.
Yeah, maybe if I can get a bigger print here for you to read. Let's do this.
Well, I support what they're saying right here.
There you go.
There we go. Jamie. Okay, I was correct. Jamie or Constant?
Yep.
Constant. I'm going with Heenan all day. That man can talk. Fire. Oh, sorry. Exclamation point.
You don't have to read the exclamation point. You're good.
And then Dino. The goat. But my goat is
the Brain.
Oh, the Brain. Give me him. Okay. Sorry, I was like, what?
That'll be the Brain Heenan. That's why.
8, the greatest of all time. Which
That'll be Heyman. Yep. And then on the bottom here,
Aaron 9. Jojo Kun. Wow.
Where are we? Oh yeah. Number he said 9, which is Sherry.
And then
Jojo Kun said Deborah. Yeah, and then we have all the way number 1. Okay. And then we have 2 votes for number 3, which is Stephanie McMahon.
Which is
that's an interesting choice. Like I do, I've always liked Stephanie, but I don't know if I'd pick her over some of the others there.
Sean Glides, and then
it's hard to read these. I'm sorry. I thought it would be better on the screen. Did not work. So yeah, I wanted to.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it because it's hard to read.
And then we have user one. Oh my God! Wait.
Oh, sorry, wrong screen.
Wait, actually,
there we go.
There you can scroll that down.
I couldn't do it. I was trying to. That's what I was trying to do.
And then we have user whole lot of fucking numbers. Miss Elizabeth 100% RIP. And
good choice.
Leon, I'm sorry, 42. Right. My pick is Miss Elizabeth. Wow.
Yeah, we have a couple of Elizabeth answers. That was a nice answer. That was a nice surprise. I didn't expect Miss Elizabeth. Now, let's go off the board. Let's go off the board. This is where things get interesting. I'll take this one because this is fun.
I do want to.
Hang on. We're low up on the screen here. There we go. Our screens are just moving slow today. Let me put this one again. Let me go here. There we go.
Oh.
Sal came in. Vicky Guerrero. Slick, which made me laugh.
Who's Slick?
Good choice.
That's the picture. Yeah, Slick was the manager back in the 80s. And then one of my personal favorites, it was not No Thing 8481 with Armando Alejandro Estrada. I forgot about him until I love that one. What a
great choice, because that's my favorite eras, but he stood out.
Yeah, that was also that's Umaga's manager, for those who don't remember. And then Mandy. Oh, Mandy, I love you so much with this one. She pulled out, give me Sonny Ono, which was Shawn Michaels' manager at one time. Shelton's mama, which, by the way, that was a phenomenal picture that I found on WWE's website. Shelton's mama. And then the father of James Mitchell.
Fantastic choices.
Who was Alberto's manager?
Ricardo Rodriguez. Yeah, that's a good one. Ricardo Rodriguez is another good one. That's another good one.
Which is funny as hell.
Yeah, he was. I love Armando. I'm glad somebody said Armando Alejandro Estrada, because that's really a deep cut and a really great one too.
No, you know what I remember about Ricardo? He came out as Alberto Del Rio
in a rumble because he was hurt.
Yep.
So-
With the beat up car with a broken windshield, it was the fucking funniest thing. Because I recently saw the clip on YouTube Shorts, and I forgot how beat up that car was and how bad it looked, but it made it so much funnier. That's what. Oh,
Just talking to him.
got it. It made it so much funnier. It was just there was a broken windshield in the back. It was like covered up with a plastic bag and duct tape, which made it so much funnier.
Oh yeah, it was so
and then
funny.
when he was in the ring, he got it. I think he got elimination, and he started doing this. He slayed on his knees, which I'm surprised it didn't hurt because the mat burned. But I think it was just the knee pad.
All right, let's move on to this week's question of the week. I got another graphic for us. So these seem to be the ones that get put over. And it's one of those ones we always see online that says, if you have $10, pick your people.
Yeah, if you got 10 buckarooskies, nowadays that could get you one Tootsie Roll.
Well,
Am I wrong?
it's the women's wrestler, WWE Women's Wrestler Edition. Spend $10. Here's your choices.
So is it like a team?
Yeah, pretty much. Spend $10, make your choices. This is actually a really tough one as well.
I mean, what's the limit?
As much as you can get to $10.
Okay.
So, but for me, obviously, my number one is Bailey.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Stephanie McCure, Julia.
Wow, well done. Well,
And you got a War
done.
Games team. There you go.
Well, obviously, I got to pick Bailey and Stephanie automatically. So automatically, right there. That's.
Why is Blake Monroe's picture looks fake? And I
It's
don't
also
know
it's
why.
also probably the most updated pictures I could find.
Okay, because it just doesn't look.
yeah.
Right. I don't know why.
That's $4 right there. So I got 6 to spare.
And that's it. That's all it needs. You just
Trust me, I would, but I had to go with them. Let me go Julia
5.
and a $5 left. Let me go Alexa Bliss
2.
and Liv Morgan for the jersey.
Perfect.
For jersey.
Now it's a big question. John, what are you gonna do?
We gave you
with your
time.
$10?
We gave you time.
Yeah, to me it's quite easy. To me it's quite simple. I mean, Rhea Ripley, you know that if you know me. Rhea Ripley. I also you can pick 2 from the same row, right? Because I want Becky Lynch as well.
I
think we
picked
just did.
2 from the top, 2 from the bottom, 1 from the middle.
So I want Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. They're two of my faves right there. So that's 6. Then I would go Io Sky. And then that leaves me, I can have Julia and Stephanie.
There you go. Perfect.
I've got a whole massive team there of some of the best wrestlers there are. And I say that as someone who doesn't really watch WWE very much, but I know that, you know.
But you know most of the people. That's what makes it fun. That's the way it
That's
makes
the
fun.
thing.
You know?
That's the thing. And I know Julia well. I know Stephanie well. I know Io well. And you know I tune in when it's Rhea and Becky. So.
Wait, Julia was from Stardom.
Stardom.
correct?
Yep, she was in
Yeah,
Stardom.
yeah.
So
She was she was in a team with Tackler.
yes, she
Oh,
was now in
God.
AEW. Now in AEW. So
Who the fuck put that as a team?
that
God
was the thing that
damn.
happened. That was the thing that happened. So
Who the
there you
hell
go.
decided? Let's put Julia and
And
Tekla
Tekla together.
for no reason.
So all right, let's get into some stuff here. Let me get my run sheet over here working. So everything's up and running here. All right.
He's got a beautiful setup over here. It's totally off camera. So what's going on is he got the whole TV setup. He's got the whole gamer setup. He's got 15 screens over here. That's so
And all
beautiful.
jokes aside, I do have 4 screens in here. But all jokes aside, we have the screen connected and everything else. I have my laptop and I have my tablet. And I have my phone next to me.
Wow.
if I have screens in
So 5 technically.
Yeah, technically, I do have 5 screens for real and a camera. So, like, we do have a lot of setup in here. Most of it's off screen, but
But what's
there's a lot
funnier-
going on.
I'm just gonna quickly on the topic of setups. When you're over there, it was even more insane.
At least over here, we have more room to
Yeah.
we have room to spread
It
out
was
over
insane.
here.
It was like, how many screens were over there?
Oh, we had 2. Actually, I'm the screen. It's on the chair that it's not hooked up anymore. It's just not hooked up anymore.
And then if you want to count that, my phone as well for my camera.
So,
It was
yeah.
insane.
So anyway, let's get to some news and notes.
Professional. That's
First of
what
all,
it is.
Yeah.
We've come a long way, John. You've been over this for years. You've come a long way.
Yeah.
We got the studio now. We don't have to go
Yeah.
upstairs to the kitchen.
Exactly. So here we go. Let's actually look at one of the big news stories. I did a bunch of special episodes of this talking about this. I spent 19 days watching this. I was on vacation in the hotel room on my towel while these 2 were taking a nap, watching matches. Like, this is how chaotic this is.
One more thing, we are no longer amateurs when it comes to podcast.
Oh, we're not getting paid, but still. So anyway, talk about the New Japan G1 Climax final. It came down, and I was pissed. when I saw this final. I was pissed. I actually didn't watch. I watched the semifinals half off because I was doing a lot that day. The finals were Nosuke Kateshita versus Evil.
And we know how much you love Evil.
And Evil, what pissed me off more? Evil beat Shota Umino. Evil beat Yota Tsuji, who was my pick to win this whole thing. Yota Tsuji was my pick, and Evil knocked him out in the semifinal. So, like, it was one match away from getting to the final. It was one match away. I was so close to being ready to get this year. I was so close.
I don't know why you're mad at Evil. You love that guy.
Well, it's confusing. They're watching this match because the crowd is so split. Because Takeshita technically is an outsider, so the crowd who despises Evil was rooting for Evil because they didn't want Takeshita. It was so confusing to watch this final.
Oh my god!
It is interesting the way. It is interesting the way they view him as like an outsider, because of course he does work there. He has got a contract and everything, but they don't consider that the same thing. Yeah.
I was curious about this myself, but I read in the comments outside of the trolls. I wanted to see what people were talking about, why it was such a big deal. The issue they have is that he's not doing everything. He's not on all the tours like everyone else on the G1 Raw. He's one of the only who is a part-timer technically on the G1. That's why people are a little pissed right now. But
yeah, and I think also they have a thing where they really like it to be someone who trained there as well and came up there.
Yeah, so they were talking about it because the winner of the G1 this year facing Zack Sabre Jr. at Wrestle Kingdom, as of right now, that could change obviously, but as of right now, is Konosuke Takeshita.
Didn't I say Takeshita might win this?
You said that. You said that almost as a joke. Almost as a joke. You said that.
So do I get?
I'll take it. I'll give it to you.
Credit that
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. But yeah, so Takeshita did beat ZSJ in the semifinal to get to the final. So like,
I said this.
He earned his way in. He totally earned it.
I said this as a joke when you first showed me the card, and I was like, Takeshita when he fits right in.
But yeah, so he is.
Can you find that clip?
I'll have to find. I'll go back to when we first talked about the G1. I have to find that show. But
you want the proof?
There it is. Yeah, he wants. I know I have it. It's gonna.
I know I said it as a joke.
I gotta go back into the archives. I can find it. It doesn't take me long. I gotta find it. I'll find it over the weekend. I'll put it up on our social media platform. But
that is a great picture. The confetti falling mid-frame.
Oh yeah, that was New Japan put this photo up.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, New Japan put this photo up.
Is the flag the New Japan flag?
That is the New Japan flag. At the end of the ceremony, they have the pose with. They have a whole bunch of like the dignitaries come in to pose, and that's the trophy. And then they have the flags, and then they have the confetti and everything. The crowd was so mixed when he won because they were pissed. Evil lost, but they were pissed that he won. It was such a weird conflict. It was such a really interesting thing to do. And by the way, Zack Sabre Jr. came out and helped stop the torture. To help the Takeshita win. So that even added to the weirdness of this whole situation. Like, it was so bizarre how this match went.
I like it though, because it's unexpected, isn't it? Like, you don't. Yeah.
Well, that man.
No, let John finish talking.
Yeah.
He was going on something.
Oh, it's okay. Listeners have probably realized we have a lag.
All right. All right. I'm used to it. I'm used to people talking over each other in the room, let alone a lag on the speed.
Finish up your saying, and then I'll say because you're already.
Yeah, I just thought it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's quite unexpected. I know you called it, but for a lot of people, it'd be like, oh well, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. I thought Evil would win. I'll be honest. I didn't want him to, but I thought he would.
I didn't think he was going to win mainly because they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't want the House of Torture finish in the main event.
They know how people feel.
That's why they wouldn't do it. That's why I knew they wouldn't do it. Well, I've been saying, people are pissed that the last Tanahashi G1 match had House of Torture bullshit in it. People are pissed about that right now. People are really pissed. But Cristian, again, you're saying something about the flag.
I was saying about the flag. Wasn't there the 1 year where it was Kenny? I think Kenny won, and he had the Bullet Club flag instead of the New Japan flag.
He had both. He had both flags out there. Both flags were out there. I remember that. Yeah.
Because I saw a clip and I didn't see the New Japan.
Yeah, both flags were out there. I remember. I watched that match.
But even that to them is being disrespectful, isn't it? Like, oh, how dare he have the Bullet Club flag? I love it.
Yeah, that's real because there was no outside interference. It was just a match. That was just a match. That's the problem.
I
How the torture is so different.
He dropped the New Japan flag and then took the Bullet Club flag and then waved that to the other one.
Yeah, with a weird situation. But there you go. Well, like I said, we'll get more into this.
Because of your green screen shot, the headband part of your headset isn't showing, so it's just the
Yeah.
cuffs. So it's just showing that, so it looks like you look like Princess
Oh
Leia.
yeah, I love that. I'm gonna get a layer dress for next time.
What happened there? You okay?
I
You okay there?
screamed it.
Okay. So, all right. Let's get to some other news real fast. Big news. This happened on Raw officially on Monday. Well, last Monday. We go into Raw last Monday. And we talked about this on the happened.
Just hearing rattling.
I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. I didn't hear it, so I have no idea. But anyway, last Monday we went into Raw. We talked about this on last week's show. And Naomi did not wrestle on Monday. She was pulled from the match. There was no reason why. Well, we found out
there was like
rumors
of what happened, but there's nothing legitimate.
confirmed. Well,
Yes.
well, we found out. And by the way, there is a 20-minute podcast on the Stephanie's What's Your Story podcast talking about it especially. So I do have all the details from that. I did listen to it. But we found out she's pregnant. Naomi's pregnant. Which is a very cool and very big deal. And she was the women's world champion, so she obviously had to forfeit the title. By the way, she was 7 weeks pregnant, meaning she was pregnant when she defended the title.
Wow! Whoa!
Which is crazy.
What I noticed, she wasn't wrestling like full on like.
Well,
how
she didn't know. She didn't know.
know.
She did not know she was pregnant until the day before Raw last week.
Oh, okay. So if
But
she
no,
didn't
if
know,
you
then yeah,
look
you can't really blame her then. Yeah.
I know, but
Exactly.
no. If you look back at it, how she was wrestling was different. How she usually wrestles because she went slower, a little bit slower.
She said she wasn't
That-
feeling well, but she didn't know why.
that
And she did
would
a
do
test
it.
the week after. She did a test the week
That would
after.
do it. But no, you can't really do anything. But if you look back at her match at SummerSlam, you could tell she's going slower, and you just don't know why. I never pointed out, but I noticed it because she went slower because she was just, and also the finish was different because it probably would have been a moonsault, but it was just nothing. But you
Plus,
know
it was
what?
also a heel finish. It was
It
also
was
a heel.
also going very much slower than she usually would in a match.
So I saved this clip. So Cristian obviously was at camp. He didn't see Mom Monday night. And so they had the announcement literally in the co-main event slot of Raw. Like it was a really big deal. They made a big deal out of this. Like when Becky was when Becky left, when Becky it was the opening thing on Raw because it was back in the Thunder, before the Thunderdome era. That was back at the Performance Center.
I did like that
Cool.
with Becky where Asuka won the briefcase and then it was opened up to just have her the title.
Yeah, that was the Money in the Bank case on the top of the building at the
And then
headquarters.
where Aleister Black and Rey Mysterio got chucked off the fucking building.
What a weird match that was. What a weird day that was. But anyway, so Naomi now has to do this in the ring. And she's in the ring and she threw it to the clip from Stephanie's podcast where they had Big Jimmy used to announce. Yes, I'm falling into it now.
Big Jim!
I'm falling into it now. I hated it, but I'm falling into it now.
Big Jim!
But Big Jim announced that they're pregnant and she's having a kid, and it's a big deal. Like it's a very big deal. Apparently, she didn't know she can get pregnant because she had an ovary removed a few years back, and she didn't know she can get pregnant.
I heard that. Weren't they trying for ages and it wasn't working, so they just kind of gave up?
No, they stopped worrying about it. They stopped worrying. I think they explained on Stephanie's podcast. They explained it. They stopped worrying about it because they figured she's getting older. She had this surgery during the pandemic. She's not going to get pregnant, and she has 2 kids through his body. He has 2. They have 2 other kids because Jimmy has 2 kids, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Well,
from like his
from an old marriage, from an old marriage. So he has 2 kids, so she's pretty much adopted them as her kids. So like it wasn't that big of a deal to her, you know. But now they're having a kid of their own. It's exciting. They're really happy with each other. I'm very happy with them. But they haven't talked about it. Let's talk about this on Raw. And this is one of the best announcements I've ever seen. Keep in mind, people still give Cody Rhodes shit for his announcements on AEW back during the pandemic when Brandy was pregnant, and he to this day they still give him shit for announcing the gender reveal celebration.
Oh yeah.
One of the dumbest I've ever seen. This though was awesome because it's Naomi, and then she went in and out of character. She was in and out of character for this, but made it even more fun. So this is from Raw Monday night.
You know what, Adam? I bet you are happy for me. I bet you are. But you know what? This ain't my first time.
I know. I didn't want to show that much. Now I have to. We've been doing this.
You know what, Adam? I bet you are happy for me. I bet you are. But you know what? This ain't my first time relinquishing a title. I handed it back the first time, but this time I ain't handing you shit.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. My hormones are jumping like a disco. This ain't the time nor place. So I advise you to get the hell out of my face. Get
Adam,
stepping. Go. Get
Adam,
out of here. Gonna put
I'm
you
going.
uppers in the ground. But thanks to Big Jim, he like to Netflix and chill, if you know what I mean.
I loved her character. I hope when she comes back, she stays back.
That has washi tape on it. I love it.
Yeah, that was a big deal. She actually customized it right before SummerSlam. Because she customized it right before SummerSlam. But it's a big deal. I don't know what's going on yet with the match next week in Paris.
It's going to be Io versus Rhea for the 15th time, and
No.
Io's going to win.
No. Here's the thing. Stephanie McHugh is do a title shot.
Oh, wait, yes, shit,
next
you're right.
week in Paris. She's supposed to have a
you're
title shot next week. So we're going to find out on Monday what's going on. So next week's show, when we preview Clash in Paris, we will have an answer.
I'm be dead honest. I hope Rhea Ripley's not involved at all.
I have a feeling, but I would do, honestly, they're going to probably do a match. But what I would have done immediately was Io versus Stephanie. Because Io's title match has been canceled last week, and Stephanie's title match is one they get canceled next week.
Yep.
So you put them together, title match in Paris.
Pretty much.
That's what I would have done.
Both
personally.
number one contenders, just give them the
exactly. That's what I would do. So
and
I'm hoping.
And then whenever Naomi comes back, if whoever
I don't think she's going to be back till maybe the Rumble 2027.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's just my personal opinion.
Oh, yeah, it'll be at least that, maybe longer.
It's about 9 months, and then you add a few months on, and it's about a year or so. So about a year and a half. So like 2027 Rumble. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Timeline-wise.
Yeah.
About a year and a half. You know, good time.
I hope she keeps the character though.
And about Becky. Becky was about a year and a half. Lexi was longer because she got married, and there was a whole bunch of stuff going on. She took some more time. That's different.
That's understandable though.
But yeah, so that's that one. So I swear that was going to be it. We were going to go to AAA, talk about Triplemania with that, and get into the two shows happening this week. And then motherfucking WWE yesterday decided, because today, for those who don't know, because you probably don't, because John over on his end, this is information that doesn't matter to him because it doesn't have this problem over by him.
No.
Today, in the States, the ESPN DTC app dropped. And for those who don't remember what that is, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. It's direct-to-consumer. ESPN released a brand new app today. And pretty much it's everything ESPN offers in one place now. And one of the big deals was they bought the NFL Network and the NFL Red Zone, and they got the rights to WWE PLEs. Now, but not supposed to start until WrestleMania. It's not supposed to start until Mania. At all. Well, yesterday, out of nowhere, as the cat knocks over John's mic,
you noticed, yeah.
I'm sorry. He was talking, and I would just see the cat just go around the microphone. I couldn't.
She does this all the time.
ESPN announced WrestlePalooza on Sunday. On Sunday, September 20th. That in a second because I have John depending on this because we talked about this last week. But before we get into that question, I'm going to ask John. And so I'm like, okay, I heard a rumor going around that they were going to have a special to help up the hype of the new app to preview what was going to go on next year. I thought that's what this was. It's not what this is. This is bigger than that. We're done on Peacock with WWE PLEs. We're done after next Sunday. We're done. Go over to ESPN officially after next Sunday. Everything's going over there.
Are they included in the subscription, or do you have to? Is it reverting back to you have to buy them individually?
Thank you for asking that question, John, because that set me up perfectly. That set me up perfectly, John. Thank you.
Like you knew.
Thank you. That's not even in the notes. So thank you, John.
No.
So
it's an actual question I've been having. You know?
I actually did my research yesterday because I needed to know. Here's what's going on. There are various options on how to do this. If you have ESPN on your cable system, this is free.
Okay.
This is free. No questions asked. All you gotta do is go into your app and sign up for sign up through your app. It's connected to your cable provider, and it's free. I know this because my friend Josh did it, and it's free. He's all taken care of. If you don't have cable, like we have YouTube TV, we cut the cord a couple of years ago. For right now, for the first month of this, if you go into your Disney Plus bundle, you can upgrade your Disney Plus bundle.
Okay.
And I think it's like $5 extra. Your Disney Plus bundle.
That's all right.
$5 extra for commercials. Never mind, for commercials. And you can get this. I upgraded to the non-commercial one. I think it was $38.99.
Oh.
For everything. For everything.
Oh, not just for this. Okay.
For Disney Plus, for ESPN, and with ESPN comes the NFL. I got the NHL in there as well. Everything is in that bundle now. Hulu, everything's in there. For about
okay, that's pretty good then. That's not too bad.
Without commercials, you're paying $9 to get rid of the commercials. So that's $29.99 with commercials, $38.99 without commercials for everything. And that's the part people are missing. That you can just upgrade your Disney Plus bundle and get this.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Because like over here now, like WWE, everything's on Netflix.
Yes.
Like for instance, I'm looking at it right now. It says SummerSlam, 38 seasons, because that's the only way they can divide it on the Netflix.
Yeah, that's a Peacock one. That Peacock was too. That's a Peacock one.
I can't believe 38 seasons of this shit now.
But so John, now that we have this out there, I'm gonna make sure this is out there. Officially, this actually started to the ESPN app actually dropped today. It actually broke today officially. So that was a big deal. My app actually updated overnight. So that was pretty cool. But they actually have a bunch of cool new features on there. I actually like the new features and everything over there. And actually, you can make customizable like split screens during NFL season and stuff like that. It's actually really cool features.
Yeah, this sounds really good. All I saw was people complaining about it, but you can't always trust people online.
As we said a couple of weeks ago, people weren't doing their research. I said that a couple of weeks ago on the show. People weren't doing their research.
This could be split screen. Oh, no, that's never mind.
Well, no, they have that option here too. There's a lot of things going on here.
Because I was going to say, when an NXT show and a regular show, but that never happened. It's always AEW and NXT show.
Well, here's the thing: NXT PLEs will stay on Peacock.
Oh.
And also, here's a kicker. Last week, obviously, John. Week,
there's more.
Well, last week we were talking about how the whole competition thing, which again I want to ask John about in a minute, but we were talking about John Cena's last match, and John Cena's last match was tentatively announced for December.
I do want to say one thing about John Cena's last match.
I need to just finish this before I forget. December 13th, on Saturday night's main event, was scheduled to be John Cena's last match. Well, WWE, because of the whole they're pissed off at AEW for whatever reason, they wanted to move it to December 27th against World End. They wanted to do. Well, part of this negotiation to move to ESPN early was Peacock and NBC saying, we want John Cena's last match. We want it on this date. This is happening. So they got an extra Saturday night's main event on November 1st. They got the NXT PLEs, and they get John Cena's last match on December 13th on Saturday night's main event.
Is it in?
Wow.
That part has been. I'm assuming going to be in Boston. That hasn't been official. The date. I have the dates. I don't have the actual.
I sure hope so. His last match is Boston.
Yeah, but they won that fight. They won that fight to get John Cena's last match on Saturday night's main event. So that was a big deal last night when all the announcements were coming out last night, and I was getting all my notes during AEW last night. I was getting all the notes from all these announcements last night. So, but John, I have to ask you a question. Okay, we forgot that. What were we asking about John Cena's last match?
No, I was going to say, before you already answered it, but my original question was it in Boston? But
they haven't announced that yet, but I'm assuming.
That's what my question was going to be.
It hasn't been announced, but I'm assuming that. They haven't officially announced it yet. But John, I have a question now. How do you feel about this whole competition going on? Because obviously this is going up against All Out in September. How do you feel about all this? I want an AEW fan opinion. If you don't have a pure, simple AEW fan opinion, I want your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I don't think it really matters because, as I've said before, like a lot of AEW fans, a lot of them, not all, but they're not going to be watching this anyway because, like I don't watch WWE very much. I only tune in for Rhea Ripley. So it doesn't really matter, but at the same time, it seems very petty, doesn't it? Like, I didn't like it when I didn't like it when WCW were always attacking WWF. Back in the day, I was like, just shut up, just move on, just do your own thing, make your thing good.
Stop fighting.
Yeah, so it's a bit daft. I don't really get it, but they can do what they want to do. I'm sure it'll go well for them.
Yeah, I was just wondering your opinion as the AEW primary fan. Like,
I wouldn't like AEW to do it the other way. To be honest, I don't like wrestling when they talk about the business. I don't care. It's meant to be a fiction. Make me believe. Don't start talking about the business to me.
We'll get into that when we get to Forbidden Door. We'll get to that. But one thing I brought up that I completely forgot happened. I completely forgot this happened. That TK apparently pissed off Nick Khan, and I completely forgot this happened.
Tony Khan pissed off Nick Khan.
Yeah, I thought I said TK because this is easier to say it that way. TK pissed off Nick Khan, and here's what happened. Apparently, I completely forgot this. Remember when Tony Khan was playing heel on TNA television way back when Omega was champion?
Yeah. I loved that.
all that. We talked about it on the Lake of South show. We really enjoyed that. We all really enjoyed that on the Lake of South. And he said something that apparently Nick Khan still is pissed about to this day.
Oh my god!
And he said that I want to be the best Khan in pro wrestling.
That's funny,
and that
though.
Really got on Nick Khan's skin. And that's what's going on.
It's not like he said that other Khan is a piece of crap or something,
Yeah, he said that and really pissed off Nick Khan, and that's where we are now. So, I don't know. That's an interesting situation. So, all right.
I thought, even though I just said I don't like a mention of the business, if you're going to do it, at least make it funny. I thought that was funny.
So, but yeah, and because apparently he's got a bit of a thin skin, and that's bothering him, and that's where all this started. Because people are blaming Paul Levesque. I'm like, this is above Paul Levesque. Like, I'm not blaming him. It's above him. This is Nick Khan's situation.
He's just sitting there like,
he literally said, "Okay, fine. I got to book something on this date. Fine, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it."
I will say that actually, I always think people are very mean. Whenever something goes wrong, they seem to blame Triple H, and it's like, no, hang on a minute, no. I don't think you're understanding the structure here. He's in charge of certain things.
Yesterday, before Dynamite, we did finish WWE Unreal on Netflix, and I applaud them for this show. I don't understand who were complaining. Maybe because I'm a nerd and I love behind the scenes stuff. I love that stuff. And maybe the fact that I was happy to finally see Gorilla and inside the truck. So I was very happy to see that stuff. And I'm a nerd. That was when I was in high school. There was a class, there was a after school program called GTV. It was a class, it was also a school program, it was a TV production thing. And I loved doing that because we got to be behind the screens and do all that stuff. I love that stuff. So I'm a nerd. I love stuff.
As a joke, you want to be in Gorilla, not when the Wyatt 6 debuted
No.
though.
I really enjoyed this. It was a really good show because I loved the behind the scenes. Like, I loved watching the producers produce the matches. Like, I loved that. Like, I really, really enjoyed that. Like, them controlling the cameras and going to this, that, and the other thing and saying, this is going on. And like, I really loved that stuff. Like, I loved the show. It was pretty much an enhanced version of their 24 series.
Oh yeah.
I really, really enjoyed it. Like, I suggest it for people that aren't WWE fans who watch it because it was really, really good. If you want to see behind the scenes stuff, it's really, really good. Like, it's a really good show.
It's a side of it that we've not even seen. Like, we've seen behind the scenes before, but not stuff like you've just described.
Like watching the producers do their work and like be proud of themselves and be like celebrating when something goes right on TV. Like, it was that kind of stuff I loved watching. Like, it was really cool to watch live broadcast. Especially because we know what's going to happen because we've watched it already. So it was really cool. Like, they're watching the behind the scenes of WrestleMania. Like, it was
see
really,
how you
really
got to that point that you know they get
watching,
to. Yeah.
Like, at one point, I felt like I know you never watched it, but there's a show on HBO called Hard Knocks, which does the NFL behind the scenes. And like, I watched the Hard Knocks season for the Giants, and the production value was so cool. They did the same production tricks here. And it was really cool to watch. Like, there was a whole thing like setting up the John Cena heel turn. Setting up the John Cena heel turn. And they're like, this is who knows. And they showed those people on the screen. This is who we told. This is who knows. And this is who we talked to first. And like, it was a really cool production piece. That was a really cool stuff to watch. High recommendation. So, all right, move on. AAA Triplemania happened last week, and I actually watched it. I actually had time to watch it last week. I didn't think I was going to have time, but I didn't have time to watch it. High recommendation. Cristian's obviously not feeling well over here, so he's rubbing his eyes, so we'll just get through this. Few notes here. First of all, this is a picture that has been kind of broke the internet for WWE this week.
Oh yeah, I knew it. As soon as you said that, I knew what it was going to be because I've seen this.
Omos and Microman.
That is incredible.
Well, that's La Parka, the new version of La Parka. I think he died.
No, I think the one who died. Don't quote me on this. I think the one who died is the second one.
LA Park. Okay, I got confused. There's so many LA Parkers. But anyway,
I think the original is now LA Park. I think. Don't quote me again.
Yeah.
But no, and then we just have a dead LA Park in the third.
But anyway, is Omos, by the way, 6'6", Microman 3'3".
That's something else. Wow.
Because of how it is, you just look like you're staring right at his dick.
It's absolutely hysterical. This is really entertaining. I never watched it. I've never seen Microman in a long time. So I really enjoyed this.
Up to his is that like thigh is literally the height of my.
It's very funny watching Omos throw Microman over the top rope. Made me laugh really hard too. By the way, Microman did pin Otis in this match. Otis, who by the way was flirting with who was it? With the drag queen that pops up on the Effie shows all the time. And I can't think.
They were on Lucha Underground.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now, but Otis was flirting with her. It was so entertaining. It was so funny. But so that's that.
Again, he probably could have punted him, and it would have been the same goddamn effect.
And nobody would have cared. Almost, by the way, won the battle royal. By the way, it was nothing. It was just something to get everyone on the card kind of thing. It was an opening match of the show. There was a title change, and
Pagano looking to neutralize Angel. Rhea Dorada. Straight down. Psycho Clown with Berto. Wrapped in barbed wire. Top turnbuckle. Spanish fly. Is that it? Wow.
For those on the audio side, that was a Spanish fly with barbed wire around his neck.
So Berto was wrapped in barbed wire.
Psycho Clown hit the
Spanish fly from the top rope.
That was amazing. That was an amazing match. That was actually a lot of fun match. So Pagano and Psycho Clown are now the AAA World Tag Team Champions. So that was a cool thing to watch. There was also a Latin American title change as well. That was the weird thing. El Hijo del Dr. Andrew Jr. beat his father's rival to win the Latin American Championship, with his dad there.
I like that.
It was a really. They were trying to explain the storyline for those who didn't watch it. Obviously, like me, the history, but they were trying to explain it the best they could. That's what Conan was really good at, by the way, explaining everything. Conan,
because he can be very hit or miss. Sometimes he's great, sometimes he's not.
It was Corey Graves, Conan, and JBL on commentary. JBL actually did a great job. JBL, to his credit, it reminded me of the old days of him and Cole on SmackDown.
That's the thing. Like, I know people might not like him, like personally or whatever, but I think he's a really good commentator.
Actually, no, I'm gonna bullshit you. I like him more now after I've heard some things recently. Not trying not to be political, but I've agreed with JBL more lately political than I've ever have before, which is leave it at that. I'm not going to get in more, but I've heard things directly from him that I agree with.
Excellent.
But so Conan, by the way, was great. He also got inducted into the AAA Hall of Fame on this night. Conan, Rey Mysterio inducted him.
That's good. That's fair. He deserves that, without a doubt.
I got something to say about Conan real quick. I walk in, Papa's watching it, and I asked who this is. He's like, "It's Conan." I'm like, "Okay, who's Conan?"
No context. No context.
At all. Here you go. I was like, "Who's that?" Like, "It's Conan." I was like, "Who's Conan?" "That's Conan." I'm like, "Who the hell is it?" I know his name, but who is he? And he kept on saying, "Oh, that's Conan." And then he finally, after explaining, he was, "Oh!" And he said it's Conan, and then he proceeded to say a story.
Oh my lord! All right, the main event.
Conan's walk for life.
The main event, by the way, was Vikingo retaining the AAA Mega Championship against El Grande Americano, who, by the way, sang in Spanish to the ring, which made me laugh so damn hard.
Wow.
Dominic Mysterio, who was in his uncle's old gear. Rey
cool.
Mysterio Sr.'s old gear to come to the ring for this match. And Dragon Lee, who was allowed to be Dragon Lee again. So the match was great. The match was actually great.
That does sound really good. Yeah.
Vikingo won. The crowd's pissed at Vikingo right now. Apparently in Mexico, they're really pissed at Vikingo right now.
Why?
Because apparently they're treating him like WWE's guy because they beat their guy in a Puerto Bel Patron. So
Can you try speaking that in English?
I said it exactly how I explained it to me. Vikingo
yeah, basically they love Alberto still, no matter what, and they're just annoyed that they
have their own rules down there. They have their own rules down there, obviously.
Yeah.
But the main event of the next AAA show, which is going to be Worlds Collide, the second Worlds Collide, is Vikingo versus Dominic Mysterio.
Oh wow!
Hey,
I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
Wait, Vikingo. That's
Oh, yeah, Vikingo.
No. We had Pentagon. We had
all the shapes. We're back on shapes. We're back on the shapes again.
Triangle. Now we have pyramid. No, we have trapezoid now.
So,
Boom!
I saved this for last because this is amazing. Everybody knows, everyone in this country is obsessed with Mr. Iguana right now. Everyone loves Mr. Iguana and Zayesta. Everyone loves them. What I didn't expect when watching this weird match that we joked about on last week's show with the Judgment Day being against Mr. Iguana and all them was Zayesta to be in the ring doing their thing, and then Finn Balor jumps on the apron, and I'm just going to play the clip.
Is this what you were talking about,
Yes.
Conan?
Oh, no. This has been prophesied.
It's him! It's him! He's here! Oh my God! Run for the exits! It's him! Demonito! That's Demonito! We've been prophesied by the Mayans! That is Demonito! We're all doomed! Well, Iguana doesn't know which way is up right now. Finn Balor is just a legend. Who? Demonito! That is Demonito! I thought he was a legend. Guys! Put the fight! Oh no! DDT by Balor! And Demonito is eating!
Oh my God. Balor, can I applaud Finn Balor for going at Mexico and having fun? Can I applaud him for that? Because he's just having fun.
Right there, when we witnessed was the last time we'll ever see the demon.
That was absolutely incredible. Like, by the way, that Demonito went on sale on WWE Shop and sold out.
For $100.
For $100 a piece, they sold out.
Worth it. Like, I like that because that's like something you'd get in GCW. Actually, it's like something you'd get on Dynamite.
I figured you enjoyed that, John, because that was too funny. I had to share that laugh. So one last thing I have in my notes here. This popped up on my feed this morning. And on the notes, it literally just says, John, explain this, please. Because I didn't understand this, but it was in the UK. I figured you could explain this to us, please. No. This happened at AEW last night during the Glasgow tapings. So maybe you could explain this. just watch? What did we just watch?
Grado. He's the best.
I
He's
don't know
the
what
best.
this was. You have to explain this. I have no idea what this was.
Have you never seen Grado?
Oh, I have no idea what I just watched. I have no idea what that was.
Oh, right. Okay. After this, I'm sending you some videos. Right. Grado, he was like the star of ICW. He was like their biggest thing. Because his whole character was that he's just a fan. That's why he's like not in shape and he can't even get in the ring. He's like a fan. He just wants to be a wrestler. But he ended up being the world champion and everything. I saw him in a tag team. It was Grado and Sabu were a tag team when I saw ICW. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And he always comes out to Madonna. Like that's his thing. Madonna's his theme song.
I explained a lot. I explained a lot.
There was a period.
I don't want to this. Like,
there's a period where he kept getting concussions in storyline, and it made him go insane and think he was different wrestlers. So there's one where he does the whole Goldberg entrance and.
Oh my god, that's hilarious!
I need to see that. I need to see that.
So thank you, John. John actually talked about this. Me and John actually talked about this recently. That he's in the comment section of AEW post yelling at people that don't want to do the research on who people are. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna ask John on the air what the fuck I just watched. It's just gonna be easier that way. It'll just be easier that way.
Yeah, but to be fair, this one's a little bit more obscure. You know, it's not like some guy who's huge in America.
Yeah,
like Grado was in TNA for a little bit, but in TNA he couldn't have his theme song or anything, so it kind of took away a little bit.
I also wasn't watching TNA for like 8 years, so that could be during that phase. I wasn't watching TNA, so
I wasn't. I only tuned in for Grado. So, you know.
Makes sense. All right. So, by the way, I realized something on the schedule between last night's Dynamite going all the way up to Monday's Raw, except for NXT on Sunday. Everything's international. Everything's international. Yes. WWE is also overseas this week. Like everyone's overseas right now. It's actually pretty crazy. But
actually treating us good for once.
So real fast, this was going to be on a TikTok episode, but I didn't have the time today, so I figured I'd squeeze it in here today. NXT Heatwave is happening on Sunday night. 6:30 Eastern time, 5:30 our time. We're watching it after Forbidden Door. We'll be watching after Forbidden Door. But I want to quickly go through the card real fast. John is sending me clips. John's actually sending me clips. Kelsey Green and all play. With the Secret Service is facing Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. Tyra May Steele, by the way, is the first ever female Olympic gold medalist in WWE.
Oh wow!
And she won LFG.
I was gonna make a joke, but I mean, it was from 2K20. Never mind.
Yeah, so she won LFG, and she is the first ever female Olympic gold medalist in WWE. So
what was the medal for? Was it wrestling or something else?
2021 wrestling. 2021 wrestling. Yeah. So Tavion Heights also was in the 2021 Olympic Games. They were both in the Olympic Games.
So Ethan is just part of the Secret Service now.
Well, Ethan is the North American champion, who is carrying around a Canadian-themed belt.
Okay.
Chelsea.
I always like it when they do that.
Chelsea is playing the proud Canadian American with the Secret Service. So they're facing off against American Olympians in this match. It's so bizarre. This is one of the weirdest mixed times I've seen in a while.
You know what's funny? If you really think about it, I think more people who are not American held the U.S. title than the more.
Right now, I think you're right.
Because if you, I actually saw the history of that. Brought back the title, the Attitude Era. A Mexican and a Canadian fought for the U.S. title.
It's true. It's true. So
well,
anyway,
it's like the European title back in the day. How many Europeans held it? A couple.
That's very true. I'm assuming Tyra Steele and Tavion Heights win this thing. I'll be very surprised if Chelsea wins this match. Chelsea's there. Chelsea loves losing. She said that on the Unreal podcast, on the Unreal show. She loves losing.
Yeah.
She has no problem losing. She loves it.
I love Chelsea so much.
Mandy loves Chelsea and the Herbis. It's one of her favorite things right now is Chelsea and the Herbis. And adding Ethan Page in there, I forgot to say this. I'll put it on next week's show. But Ethan Page and Chelsea are doing TikToks together. And they're hilarious. They're so funny. Moving on real fast. NXT Tag Team Championship on the line is the Tank and Tank defending against Dark State. We don't know who they're facing because they haven't told us yet. We'll find out on Sunday.
It's gonna be all of them at once.
Well, it's either good. It's Dion Lennox, Otis Griffin, Saquon Sugar, Cutler James, and I believe a Saquon Sugar is currently making butt jokes every time. I have no idea why. I have no idea what he's doing.
Why not?
But I'm gonna assume Darcy actually wins the titles because Hecate has done nothing. It's like their third defense. They've had the belt for like 6 months. It's like their third defense. So like, I'm gonna assume Darcy wins the titles. They've been in the main event of NXT the last like month. It's weird. They've been all over TNA and NXT television. It's been weird. In a match that only would work now in this generation, and that's what's going on with NXT and TNA. We have the TNA World Knockouts World Championship on the line at NXT show. It is Jason Shane versus Ash by Elegance was the personal concierge versus Masha Slamovich. On TNA television, doing the whole thing to get the belt off JC and put it back on a TNA wrestler. I don't see them doing that in this match at all. I just don't see it. If they did take the damn belt off Trick at Slammiversary, they're not taking the belt off JC here. It's not going to happen. I'm assuming both belts are going to change hands at Bound for Glory. Honestly, I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you've got to save it. You've got to save it for your own show, basically.
Well, Santana screwed Trick over on Tuesday. That was really cool. Santana Trick. I'll talk about that in a minute. But As by Elegance being back on WWE TV is hysterical to me. Dana Brooke is hysterical to me. It's very funny. Especially because she's a completely different character. And we're very confused by the whole Elegance plan. They were so confused by it on Tuesday because there was no explanation for it.
She does not look like Dana Brooke.
No. John, you're going to say something?
I like the character though. Like, so I hope people get into it. I know she got a lot of bad press initially. Like, oh, it's rubbish.
It's great for heel heat. I love it for heel heat.
Yeah.
The first thing I was here is jackass that it works so well. It works so well. He's a jackass in a good way. Like, I love the fact he's such a prick. Like, it's so great.
Exactly.
You're happy someone's that.
Exactly. He's old school prickish as a manager. You don't get that anymore. It's such a great manager.
The first thing we get was Paul Heyman.
And even Paul's not really a heel. No. He's Paul Heyman. It's different.
In AEW, you get a little bit of that with Stokely. He's a little bit.
Don Callis might be the closest to it. Don Callis might be the closest to it.
Yes.
Don Callis. But the person out here interacting with Ava made me laugh so hard this week, by the way. That was hysterical. Because he was trying to explain who they were to Ava. So that was hysterical. That was really funny to see on Tuesday. Speaking of Lumen, we're doing something I ask for all the time. We haven't had it in a very, very long time. A number one contenders match. We don't get this very often on PLEs. I'm excited. It's an NXT Women's Championship number one contendership. It is Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, and Lola Vice. This is the match. I'm excited for this. By the way, I'm coming all around on Lola Vice. Maybe it was the AAA appearances, but I really am coming around on her. I didn't like her at first, but maybe she's just getting better in the ring. But I'm actually coming around on her a lot. So this match is going to be great. I think Jada should win this thing, personally. Cristian, what do you think out of these three? It's a tough matchup. This is actually really tough, but I'm going
to go with Jada.
Miss Parker.
The crowd got that so over one night. And it's one of the most over the chants in NXT.
Oh, the show's happening in Lowell, Massachusetts on Sunday night, by the way. In Lowell, Massachusetts, right outside Boston.
So Lola Vice is Lola,
Massachusetts. Lowell, Massachusetts. But and then another one. By the way, this show is almost all. There's 5 matches on this. 6 matches on the show. 4 of them have women in it.
Brilliant.
It's crazy. So next match is the. Oh, I did that one already, but this one now. There we go. It is no titles on the line. It is Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe. This match is going to be awesome, and I'm loving the storyline. The storyline of this match is so this generation and this era. The whole thing is we're so used to the storyline of you call somebody fat, and that's the storyline, right? We're so used to that. This is not that. This is more psychological. This is more Jordan Grace doesn't like how she looks, and Blake's making fun of her for it. And Jordan went and said, look, I know I've lost weight. I know I look good, but I don't see it. She actually said those words, and that's the most relatable thing I've ever heard a women wrestler say.
Because she's probably pulling, a little bit from her actual life,
It is exactly what she does normally. And Mandy looked at me like, wow, I can't believe they actually said that on wrestling television. They actually had somebody say those words.
In a good or bad way?
Good way. She was worried. And then when Jordan said that, she's like, wow, this whole storyline just changed. This whole thing just changed. Like, that's a good thing. Like a very good thing. So this whole thing
makes it much more relatable for people. Yeah.
Exactly. And I almost expect Blake to win this if this feud to continue. Honestly.
No, this is the popular girl versus
Yeah, I see. I
don't know what Jordan.
I know you're saying. No, I know exactly.
It's the popular girl versus
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're going for. But no, I expect Blake to actually win this match because she needs to win, and then we can continue this feud on. Because I can see the two of them feuding all the way through like summer, through the SummerSlam weekend NXT show. I could totally see that.
Well, we all know, I'm gonna have to call her a new name now. We all know Blake there can carry a feud, an ongoing feud. We know it works because she's done it in AEW. She can do it again here.
The one with the person right next to you too.
Yes. Our main event is the NXT Championship is Oba Femi versus Javon Evans.
I'm gonna go for Javon Evans.
Javon Evans won the number one contendership match on Tuesday. So I have to bring this up because we make fun of NXT having a problem with overruns on the CW now. They don't have overrun anymore because they have to go to national news. When the CW started doing national news, I have no idea. But that's a whole different story for another day.
The whole other can of worms.
But so the last time we had this timing issue was The Rock. The Rock was on NXT.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
If you submit.
And now the national news. That's what happened. That's legitimately what happened. Not a joke. That is what happened. So
incredible.
So this week, we learned that night that they don't give a fuck who it is, not even The Rock. We learned that night. So this time, we have a number one contendership match. It is Javon Evans versus Trick Williams. Great match, by the way. There's an amazing video of a Trick throwing Javon through the announce table. Good. From the ring. He didn't move anything. And there's a picture on Booker and I think on Booker, Corey, and Vic Joseph's pages of their reactions. But they didn't see it coming. It was hysterical.
You know a picture I would love to see? Someone from the crowd Trick's in the motion of throwing him. Javon just midair, and everyone in the.
That's the photo. Those are the photos I have. Those are the photos. Those are the photos.
But it's like a side shot.
Is Javon in midair and the reactions from the announce team? It's absolutely hysterical.
So like it's Trick, Javon, and announce team all reacting from a side shot.
So just to set up what's going on here, Oba Femi's up in the. It was they're in Philadelphia, not at the ECW Arena, a different smaller venue. Which, by the way, was such an old school like little venue that it had a chandelier. Like that's how old school this venue was. It was actually
love it.
It was really funny. I put out the video immediately during the intro. Like, that's a chandelier. I love the fact there's a chandelier up there.
I'm obsessed with wrestling taking place in venues like that.
Yeah. Up in one of those like booths that Tony Storm does her stuff in. He's up in one of those booths.
Well, was he in black red lipstick?
Well, let me just explain what's going on. So Oba's doing it. I really think he needs that. He needs it. So he's up there, being Oba Femi, the aura of Oba Femi's up there watching the match. Somehow, I don't know when this happened because everything. It's 8. The show is 7 to 9 here. It's 8:57. I'm looking at the clock. We're nowhere near the finish. You can feel it. We're nowhere near the finish. Suddenly, Trick and Javon start speeding up. You can just feel them speeding up. They're speeding everything up. They're getting to the finish. They cut back up to Oba was at 8:59. Suddenly, Santana is there. Like Santana's standing there. Trick sees him, distracts him. Javon takes advantage, hits his finisher, pins Trick. 1, 2, 3, and now the national news. That's exactly what happened. It was insane. Like
perfectly timed.
Buzzer beater.
They put up a video on WWE social of Oba confronting Javon, which is how the show was supposed to end. But that was insane. Like you literally had 1, 2, 3 credits on the screen, and then boom, show's over. It was the craziest ending I've ever seen.
Watch it on NXT. You can probably tell when they start speeding up.
The last 3 minutes. The last 3 minutes of that match was the 2 times speed. It's like me listening to a podcast.
You watch YouTube for anyone wondering. I hated 2 times speed at first, and now because of him, I love 2 times speed.
I cannot do it. It's weird.
I could do
Okay,
it easily.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I listened to that podcast at 2 times speed. I booked the 2.5. To be completely honest here. My ears are used to it. Team Mandy listens to things at 1.5 speed, and we listened to one of the same podcasts. And we had it on vacation. We put the morning show podcast on, driving to where we were going. And she had it at 1.5, and it was so fucking slow. It was so slow for me.
If anything, I want to slow them down from 1 speed. I want them.
I listened to a live radio show when I have the time. Like normally, when I'm doing the show, other than Tiki in New York, they have a live show. It's 1 to 6:30. I like jumping in on it. It's a sports show. I like jumping in on it live on the Odyssey app from New York. It's live, so I can't turn the speed up. So it's so weird listening to them in normal speed. It's so strange.
You're broken. Your brain's gone, man.
Over for Javon Evans. This is the match happening. What do you think that happened? I don't know how much you love Javon.
I really want this to happen. If they book it right, that would be the most callback of the century.
What?
It's literally
explain it to people that we're talking about.
What's the pay-per-view where it's the whole hockey cage thing where you get pinned?
It was Deadline. The Iron Survivor Challenge.
Yes, I want that.
One of my favorite matches of the year.
What I want that to happen is it's the exact same recreation. It's the cutter, but instead of the time running out, it's actually the 3.
Oh yeah, that was the end of the Iron Survivor Challenge. I forgot about that.
Javon finally finishes history and finally pins Oba.
That would be amazing.
He's in the same corner. It's the cutter, everything. Instead of the time running out, it's a 1, 2, 3. Javon finally wins, and he slays the giant.
I'll go with that as a great prediction. I love that.
It's Goliath. It's
David beating Goliath.
Yep, thank you. I always forget it's David.
David beats Goliath. It's always a thing.
But it's the same ending Javon wanted at Deadline, but never could get because the time ran out.
I love that. So quick plug, real fast.
Oh wait,
John hasn't been doing predictions. He's been listening to your predictions for this. John's been dealing with us, talking about something he's not even going to watch. He's not even going to watch.
I'll pick whoever you said.
Tony.
Quick plug. Next week on the main show, we're going to be talking about this and predicting and talking about Clash in Paris. But on my TikTok show, on our feed, I'm going to be doing a special extra show next week with what the fuck is his name? I can't think of his name right now. With from PWT Talk to NXT, Nate Limberg, who was on the show a few months back. He's going to be in the building on Sunday night at Heatwave, and he's going to be coming on my TikTok show to talk about the experience at Heatwave next week. So look for that on our social media platforms and on the podcast feed. And a little note that those TikTok shows don't show up on YouTube. Those are TikTok and podcast exclusive. They do not pop up on YouTube. Just want to make sure people know that.
Spotify?
Yeah, well, it's on the podcast feed. So you can scan the QR code right here on the screen, but it's not on YouTube, so you cannot watch the show there. I just want to make sure that people know that. But by the way, real fast before we get to the last thing on our card here, thank you everybody for watching last week's show. That was one of our most viewed shows since WrestleMania season last week.
Wow.
So I have no idea why. Maybe it was a AAA conversation, but it turned out to be one of our most viewed shows since WrestleMania week. So that was really cool.
Thank you.
So very cool last week. So anyway, AEW Forbidden Door happening in the UK this Sunday.
But it's the least Forbidden Door we've had.
I want to say one thing about Forbidden Door is that is a beautiful cover.
Well, here's the thing with Forbidden Door. It's weird. This is a weird show.
Yeah.
We'll get into the whole thing in a minute, but I will say it's on 12 noon our time on Sunday. So I'm actually really excited for a nice afternoon show. And then right after that, jump over to NXT, be done with everything by 9 o'clock. Yep. It's going to be a nice day on Sunday and get a good night's sleep for work on Monday. I'm looking forward to it.
Whoever designed the Forbidden Door cover.
Well, that's one of them. There's a bunch of them. That's the one he has on the screen. There's a whole bunch of them. But anyway, what's actually get through this card. Again, as I always say when we preview AEW shows, we're doing it before Collision, so there'll probably be 18,000 more matches added, including on the pre-show.
Yep.
For anyone wondering, the joke I'm making is the Will Ospreay cover.
Yes, we showed. Actually, as a matter of fact, it'll be the cover on this post on the actual art of this on the episode cover art of this episode.
I'm just gonna make that clear so people don't think I'm making another joke, but it's the Will Ospreay cover.
Hang on a second. It's this.
See, I almost selected that for my background, but I was like, no, I have to have my Tony.
Yeah, that cover. I'm trying to jump back, and it's just taking forever to come back.
No,
There we go.
Okay, you're probably gonna edit around this, but because of him cutting out, it was I have for my Tony.
Actually, I didn't even catch that. That's very funny.
But no, it was like so spread out, which makes it funnier. I have to have
All right,
my Tony.
like I said, if you
Yes.
it's before Collision, obviously, there'll probably be a shit. And I had not looked at Collision spoilers, and there was nothing on Wikipedia that added any more matches. So I just want to know that there was nothing on Wikipedia when I checked it this morning that spoiled anything that happens at Collision. So I don't know when anything happens.
They always add more matches. There's gonna be one. There's gonna
I know.
be two.
I was like to preface that.
Where's fucking Big Justice and everyone?
I'm assuming they're not in the UK. I would have probably heard about that by now. I would have heard about that by now. But anyway, let's do this. Let's start here with the National Forbidden Door match. AEW TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher defending against Hiromu Takahashi for some reason. Why? I don't know. Because Don Callis said I want to face somebody from New Japan. Sure, here it is. Who cares?
Basically, that's the reason. Like, and it'll be a great match. But does anyone think Kyle Fletcher's losing?
No, because this is like his second title defense.
That one fan who loves Hiromu was like, yes, finally a new team champion.
I love Hiromu, but you know.
Christian, there's no way. So
Kyle Fletcher is gonna retain the, I almost said the TBS title.
TNT Championship. We'll get the TBS Championship in a little while.
Yep, Kyle Fletcher's the TBS champion, folks.
That'd be interesting.
Why not?
Anyway,
Why not?
Let's move on.
He's already a bitch.
The AEW World Tag Team Championship. This match was official on Wednesday. It was the apparently because the time tournament final ended in a draw. So here we are.
I swear, the Hurt Syndicate only defends their titles in triple threat matches.
Well, it was FTR versus Brodito in the final on Wednesday night, and it ended up in a 30-minute time limit in a draw.
All I'm saying is,
which, by the way, they have to stop putting FTR in long matches, and it's still fucking boring. Sorry, I've come along with FTR being heels, but I'm so sick of long matches for them. I'm so sick of them. To keep it on the 20 minutes. We get longer. Yeah. They stall and they stall and they stall and they stall, and they made Bandito look fucking boring. I hate it. It's boring. It gets on my nerves.
I agree. Like, I've never been a massive fan of them anyway. Like, I think they're fine, but sometimes you can be so old school, you forget that old school was a little bit boring sometimes.
Yes. You know? So I just wanted to put that out there because I was talking about it, very consistent with this. So anyway, the match, it is the Her Syndicate defending against FTR and Brodito, Brody King, and Bandito. Yeah, Christian, you're saying something.
Trying to say this for a little bit. It was just a little thing I want to say. The Brodito and FTR thumbnail, Jesus Christ, is in black and white, and I'm pretty sure one of them is bleeding like crazy.
Oh, Brodito, Brody King got hit in the head with something. Oh, so I think Big Stokes there has something in his hands that was loaded, and he hit Brody King in the head with it, and Brody King bladed way too deep, and he was a crimson match the rest of the match. For like he was a crimson mask the rest of the match. Like,
it looked
25
great,
minutes
though.
of the match, he was bleeding like a fucking pig.
If you look at the thumbnail, it's black and white, and you could just see blood on his face.
It was bad.
Crazy.
It was bad. So,
I just want to ask because I saw it and I didn't.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. The Her Syndicate. Obviously, we have all that weird controversy. MVP. The MVP is trying to say, no, I never said that, even though there's audio proof of him saying the shit that he's accused of saying.
Of what?
Just talking about how the Bobby Lashley shouldn't be in the tag division. That he's too big of a star to be in the tag division, and that he doesn't think that the Her Syndicate should lose the titles to like FTR. He doesn't like FTR. He doesn't like Kevin Knight and Speedball. He went on this whole thing and then denied it when he said it on a podcast, and there's proof.
Oh wow! I didn't know there was proof. Okay, you can't do that, man.
I heard it. Like I heard the audio. Like I take text. I don't take text verbatim, but I do take audio verbatim because I heard it myself. So
that's a real shame. That is a real shame because I'm not a massive fan of the group, but I like MVP.
We went through this a couple months ago. We went through this, but I don't know what to do here. I want to see Brodito win. I really want to see Brodito win. I didn't expect to like them so much. I remember we made fun of them when they announced the brackets. And now I'm like, I really want to see them win because they have great chemistry. I didn't expect it. They have such great chemistry.
I'm with you. I'm leaning towards Brodito as well because I don't know. We got to get the titles off Hurt Syndicate because they need something. They need a story because they just got rid of the MJF thing for some weird reason. So give them something to do. Get them in a feud.
It has to
Best
do with
way to do
MJF.
that, lose.
I think because MVP doesn't want to be a heel, and MJF wants to be a heel. That's probably what happened there.
But the hurt. I mean, even their name, the hurts. You can't be a face and called that.
It hurt people. Has he been
It hurt people. That's a heel thing to do.
So that's that one. So, sorry, it's got one of my friends is in Chicago, and she was just texting me about Culver's. Sorry, that's a local chain here. It's one of the local burger place, and apparently she just went there for the first time. I just got to tell you about that. But I'm hanging out with them on that. We're hanging out with them tomorrow. Anyway, let's move on here. I'll ask Cristian when he gets back what he said here. The AEW Unified Championship, only one belt defended. The other belt Don Callis is hanging out with and probably was wearing around naked. It's Kazuchika Okada against Swerve Strickland. Someone laughing at that joke. Here's my problem here. If this was 3 months from now,
yes,
I would believe Swerve winning the belt.
Mm-hmm.
But is this Okada's first defense? Or is it a second defense since he won the belt?
Yeah.
There's no way you're taking the belt off Okada. There's no way.
No, not after all the build to him winning it. Like it would really deflate the title and him if he just lost it.
So yeah, it is. Unfortunately, if this was a few months from now, I could totally see Swerve winning, but not today. No. Unfortunately.
That's my only problem with this card. I think it's all a little bit predictable. Like there'll be amazing matches. This will be an incredible match, But I think it's pretty obvious. Okada's got to retain, surely. It'd be ridiculous if he lost now.
Speaking of predictable weird shit, the AEW TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné. This is hilarious because they're like Mercedes Moné is going to defend against a member from AEW, CMLL, and Stardom. So hey, Mercedes Moné is a company all of her own. As he said a couple weeks ago. So Mercedes Moné, the current TBS champion, the Western State Heritage champion, and other championships we never heard of. She's defending her belt here against Alex Windsor, representing AEW, Persephone, representing CMLL, and Bozilla?
Bozilla, yeah.
Is that right? Representing Stardom, which I didn't even know she was representing Stardom until the end of the show last night. I had no idea. I had zero clue. But I knew about Persephone like 2 weeks ago. I had no clue about this one. Who the fuck is Bozilla?
She's pretty good. She's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, she's not winning.
I've heard of Persephone. I don't know who Bozilla is.
No, I think you'd like Bozilla, yeah. It's another one, though, isn't it? It's like, oh, this will be fun. But we know who's winning.
Oh, do we, though?
We do. Come on.
Actually, no. Mercedes doesn't have to be pinned.
That's true. It's true. But
Windsor might win the title.
Windsor.
Alex Windsor. Sorry, I have to say it that way.
I would like her to win.
Tony Stevens ruined it for me. I can't say her name normal ever again. Can't do it.
I would like her to win because a bit like with the tag titles there, it would give Mercedes a story. Because what's she doing at the minute?
The only story she's had is against Tony. All right,
by the way, before we go anything, who'd you all pick for the tag?
Oh yeah, I was gonna go back there. I was gonna go back to you in a second. On that. But I'm gonna go Windsor because I want to really see if I want to see Mercedes get the 10 belts off her, and she has 10 belts right now. So like, take a belt off her for a chick. So like, by the way, she's in another title match in another company. By the way, next week apparently. I got it yesterday.
It's Alex Windsor and Tommy Green.
So John, are you gonna say Mercedes is retaining though?
I'm sticking with Mercedes. I think pretty much every title's being retained on this, so I'm going with her. Yeah,
we'll get there. Yeah, and Cristian.
I'm gonna go with Alex Windsor.
Okay, well I'll go back for Cristian because he was out of the room real fast. World Tag Team Championship. Who's winning?
I want Brodito, but it's probably
we said Brodito too. That's what
we said.
Yeah.
That's just so fucking amazing, but it's gonna be her.
And then we have Okada and Swerve for the Unified Championship.
It's gonna be Okada, but it's gonna be a great fucking match, though.
Yep. It's the same thing we said. Literally, what we said perfectly.
It's gonna be a great match, but Okada's
gonna win. Right, we'll move on. We have the AEW World Championship match, also known as the background to John's screen. It is Timeless Tony Storm versus the AEW World Women's World Forever Champion. Blah blah blah. Timeless
versus the gods.
So John, I'll start with you.
I mean,
Oh,
you
wait,
know who
I
I'm...
forgot. This is Athena's cash in for her
number one contender.
This is your cash in.
All
This is your cash in.
all in gauntlet reverse.
Yeah, this is your match.
I'm not
Okay.
just picking this because I'm the world's biggest Toni Storm fan. I think she's retaining, and it's for two reasons. One, because Athena's still not on the show. She's not on AEW full time.
She's been on more lately, but it hasn't been on all the time, which I expected her to be on more.
And I feel like if she wins the AEW title while she's still got the Ring of Honor one, it complicates matters, because then she's got to retain. Like, if she lost the Ring of Honor one, it would make the AEW one look bad. You know what I mean? Like,
it's weird. It's a weird situation.
Yeah, I think she'd have to lose that first to win. But then, are they ever going to make her lose?
Yeah, Christian.
You know what? Toni beats Athena, and then Athena's on this whole path where she lost, and then she loses the Ring of Honor title time. Did I fuck it up? My bad.
You're good.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
I have the same problem with my actual gaming headset. I understand that.
It's all good.
But no, Toni's going to win and retain. And Athena's going to be on this path where she lost and then officially finally lose the Ring of Honor Women's title to someone.
I feel like I said that already, though, when she lost to Mercedes in the tournament last time. So,
but this time it will work. This time.
I think Toni is retaining, though. That's just what it is.
Second time's the charm.
And now the show gets weird. This is where the show gets weird. First of all, we have the reuniting of Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. Christian Cage still being an asshole, by the way. I love the fact that Christian Cage is being an asshole and doing Adam Copeland a favor. I love that.
That's what I loved about it, because it would be so easy to just turn him again and be like, oh, no, he's reuniting with him. He's a face. And it's like, no, they're reuniting because of their history. But he literally said, I'm not changing who I am, though.
Yeah, before we get to this match, the last time they tagged together on a pay-per-view was 2001. This is the graphic.
Really? Oh! What?
Yeah, this is the graphic. It is July 2001 at Invasion.
That's a team, right? Lance Storm and Mike Austin.
Representing ECW versus Christian and Edge representing WWF.
By the way, it's Adam Copeland again, finally, right?
Yes.
Thank God.
But this is the last time they tagged together.
You know what made that better? If they switched it.
But like, isn't that nuts? Isn't that crazy? This is the last time they tagged together, because after that, Christian turned heel on Edge.
Oh my God. I would have said it was like a decade later.
No, This is it. They have not tagged together since 2001.
Holy crap.
Almost 24 years ago.
I feel old.
Over 24 years ago. And I watched that damn match when it happened. Like, I watched
Same. I bought that pay-per-view. Oh, wow.
And that's actually one of the most popular WWF pay-per-views of all time.
I just found that out yesterday. I couldn't believe that. I suppose it was the build and the hype to the event.
I think WrestleMania 23 are the two biggest pay-per-views of all time. So,
but then the Invasion angle ended up being the most disappointing.
But anyway, so they're facing. Originally, this match was supposed to be Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. Well, Nick Wayne apparently broke his foot.
How is it actually?
He said it on a promo on Wednesday, blaming Christian hitting him in the foot with Spike. But I'm feeling something else happened. But Nick Wayne broke his foot, so he got replaced by the returning from death Killswitch.
I'm happy he's okay.
He actually had a thing where he actually popped up from a bed, from a hospital bed, and then he came back onto
with
the ring.
Mask and
the crowd was chanting Luchasaurus. He was dressed like Luchasaurus, but he was
that's hinting at his pivot. You know,
he didn't give me Luchasaurus in this match, but officially he's Killswitch, tagging with Kip Sabian, who apparently hasn't wrestled a match in like a year. Apparently, from what I heard today,
wow,
he hasn't wrestled a match in like a year. I heard that on AEW. I heard that in my post show today on the Torch that he hasn't wrestled in like a year.
Hey, tell you what, Kip, he's a genius, because he's not wrestled in a year, but he's kept himself on the show.
Exactly, he's been on the show. I would have believed he's been in a 6-man tag or something. Apparently, he hasn't wrestled in a year.
It was nice to see Killswitch though, because it was so silent on him for so long. I've been fearing the worst. You know?
Yeah. So this match is happening. It's Adam. It is officially Adam Copeland on the graphic. The graphic. Adam Copeland. Not Cope. They made a big deal about that last night. And Christian called him Adam, which also made a big deal last night. Like it was like John said, that was a great promo. The two of them did. Adam Copeland saying that everyone has an asshole in life, but he's my asshole. Might be one of the funniest things I've heard Copeland say in a long time.
He's my asshole.
And the crowd did not disappoint me in Glasgow, and they chanted that he's your asshole. Made me laugh so hard.
That's going to follow him now for years.
So proud of the Glasgow crowd on that one. They understood the assignment. On that one. We're assuming Copeland and Cage win, right? Because this is leading to FTR. This is leading to FTR.
Either it could end up one of two things: a shatter machine or some kind of double spear.
Yeah, I'm expecting them to win, obviously, and they're facing FTR right all out.
But are we all going to say Kip taking the pin?
More than likely. That's what he's here for. I think who's going to get the pin even when Nick Wade was in this match. I think he's going to get the pin no matter what.
You come back after you just to get you.
Who cares, though? Who cares? You're in a match. You're in Adam Copeland and Cristian Cage reunion match. Like, you're in this match. It's a big match.
I think you're right. But wouldn't it be fun if Killswitch got the pin? He won. Wouldn't that be exciting? That would be different.
Interesting. But it wouldn't happen here.
And you could continue the feud, they've reunited in this great moment and they've lost.
Here's the thing. Cristian made it very clear that they're together for 2 matches. And it's this and FTR. So it's FTR.
That's why you're probably right.
We all know that at this point. They pretty much said that last night. So, all right, let's move on to a match that Will Ospreay pretty much said that he's having surgery after this match, it sounds like. It is a lights-out steel cage match. Why? I have no idea. It is Jon Moxley. This is insane.
What the fuck?
It is Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli representing the Death Riders. The Young Bucks, hang on, I'm not doing that right now because there's way too many people going nuts. The Young Bucks and Gabe Kidd representing the Bullet Club War Dogs. Why they're tagging together, I have no idea. But the Bullet Club War Dogs were also there last night. The entire War Dogs team was there, except for David Finlay. For some reason, we don't know why. They were there. The problem I'm having with this is they're tweeners in New Japan. They're not even heels anymore. I have no idea what's going on here.
Wait, who is in the War Dog? It's David.
Claude Connors, and I forgot everybody was out there, but they explained it last night. But they're not heels anymore. They're tweeners now. They're the one that kicked them how the torture out of the Bullet Club. Yep.
If you ever want to become a face, just share the hat torch.
On the other side, it's Will Ospreay, who pretty much said last night on Dynamite that he's going to have neck surgery after this. Darby Allin,
a long recovery.
Darby Allin, who literally got carried out by Will Ospreay in a body bag last night. Hiroshi Tanahashi, who looked very old last night.
Yeah, I felt a little bit sad.
By the way, I want to make a note that he keeps wrestling matches, and I keep making sure they're not in the States. Because if he wrestles a match in the States, I'm going to be very, very pissed because we were at his last state match in the United States. So I'm going to be very pissed if he does a match in the States.
Clever.
Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, who on Wikipedia are being labeled as the Golden Lovers. But They weren't on the show last night. Apparently, they didn't feel like showing up in Glasgow.
I tell you what, I'm excited though because Ibushi, last time we saw him, recently, he actually looked good again.
But this match is happening because Ospreay said last night that he's not cleared to wrestle, but they're letting him have a non-sanctioned lights out match. This is stupid as fuck. This is so stupid. I'm
about to do the entire scenario of what just happened. Okay, so you can't wrestle. But we're going to put you in a lights out match because why the fuck not?
Well, he requested it for the storyline. He requested it.
Okay, I can't wrestle, but I want to be in a lights out match. Are you sure? Yes.
A lights out steel cage
God
match.
Damn it.
By the way, here's the funny part.
If he doesn't jump off the damn thing.
If I had a nickel for every time Will Ospreay was in a lights out steel cage match, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's worth it to have it twice.
It definitely is.
No. He did this. No, that wasn't lights out. They did this in New Japan for Will Ospreay's last match.
Oh my God!
Last
match. It's quite clever as well because obviously, if it was a real fight, then you'd be like, "Why are you fighting? You're going to injure yourself more." But in wrestling, of course. This is like going to cover his injury.
He hit his elbow on the chair next to him. He hit his elbow on the chair. But anyway, so what's happening in this match? I'm assuming Ospreay wins to win, and Darby Allin tries not to die, and Tanahashi looks old. I'm going to guarantee you what this match is.
And
I want to know what the Young Bucks
Lovers
intro.
unite.
I want to know what the Young Bucks intro is going to be. Oh, that's one of my favorite things going on right now.
Yeah.
The one time they didn't get anything. Nameless jobbers, and they're already in the ring.
You missed the week after. They came out under their names from when they were independent wrestlers.
Wait,
yeah.
I forgot what they were called, but they were like their old independent names. It was hysterical.
And I liked it when they came out to their TNA names.
Yeah, they came out to their old TNA names. It made me laugh. But anyway, I'm assuming that Ospreay's team wins and hopefully nobody dies. That's what I'm going to go with.
No, even if Darby dies, I swear to God, he just can't die.
He never died. He survived Everest. He survived Everest.
And if there's actually a video where he actually just skateboarded down Mount Everest.
Yeah, he did skateboard on Everest. He did skateboard on Everest.
He skated down the entire mountain very fast, and he didn't die.
He rolled a dead body on Everest. But I'm John.
Yeah, I think similar. I think Ospreay's team will win, but I think Ospreay will take some kind of a bump that insinuates he's even more hurt, because then he can be out for as long as he needs. It'll be sort of in the story. Like they'll win, but I think he won't get the pin. Maybe Darby will get the pin.
Darby pins Mox.
Ooh, to set up a title.
Yeah.
Set up something more. But that was the whole point. We were supposed to have Darby versus Mox on this show, and then Ospreay's like, "Fuck it, we're having a lifestyle steel cage match instead."
I'm saying right now, how big is the cage?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Is it going to be the blood and guts cage? Or
I don't. That's the problem. They haven't explained that. They have not explained it.
Are we going to have that TNA steel cage match where there's like 25 people in the same ring and it was horrible
with weapons coming down? No, actually, the original TNA, TNA match you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it right now, but there was their version of War Games. But it wasn't War Games. I forgot what it's called right now. Lethal Lockdown. Lethal Lockdown.
Yeah.
Lethal Lockdown. I loved the original concept, but then it just got ridiculous. You've never witnessed War Games until you saw MLW do War Games in a normal size ring.
But that's what's weird here, though, because the way they're billing it makes me think they are doing it in a normal cage, in a normal ring. Exactly. Because otherwise they would just put the War Games name on it, or whatever, blood and
guts. Or at least Blood and Guts has the name they own. It's the name they own. Yeah. You know what I mean? They can't do War Games anymore, but they can do Blood and Guts.
Yeah. Every time I hear Blood and Guts, it always goes. Every time I hear Blood and Guts, it always goes to William Regal's perfect Blood and Guts instead of War Games. Worst thing ever.
So, all right, let's move on. We have 2 more matches to go. We have the IWGP. Press the button. There we go. The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. It is Zack Sabre Jr. defending against Nigel McGuinness, who won a 4-way on Collision last week, which also pissed people off because he won a 4-way while the G1's going on. While the G1's going on.
Why do people care? It was fun.
No, because the whole thing is that Takeshita wins the G1, has 19 nights of matches, and then fucking Nigel wins 1 match off the announced team and wins against CSJ.
Okay,
but he's not going to win the title. Come on.
No, actually, when you put it like that, I can see that's a crash shot right there. That's actually pretty reasonable.
With Daniel Garcia in his corner, because Nigel asked him to be in his corner despite pinning him in the match to get here.
So do we all assume that Garcia is going to screw him over?
You just beat me to it. That's exactly what I was going to say. No way in hell that Garcia did not cost Nigel the belt. There's no way. That's obviously the storyline here, right? Like, obviously.
It's got to be.
And that's Christian taking a drink.
Well, and then also, because then they can go back to AEW and keep their thing going without needing Zack to be there.
True. Very, very true.
I think Nigel McGuinness is going to win.
Hey, by DQ.
Maybe.
No, he's going to pin him. He's going to pin Zack Sabre Jr. in the middle of the ring, clean as hell, and he's going to win. And yeah. No, Zack Sabre Jr.
If that happens, I genuinely will, love it. I would go insane.
1, 2, 3, here's your winner.
How big of a deal is it for Nigel, though? You get an IWGP World Heavyweight Championship in the UK on an AEW pay-per-view. This is bizarre.
A big AEW pay-per-view.
And this is a guy who a few years ago we thought was never wrestling again,
And here it is. Here he is.
That one kiss started everything back
from
up.
From Mariah May.
That's it.
No, with Mariah. It was Mariah. The
one kiss.
Nigel would upset the Mariah.
Yeah,
that's why.
The one kiss brought him back.
So, all right, let's move on. Our main event. I have to explain this because a lot happened last night. It is the AEW World Championship. It is Hangman Adam Page versus MJF. This is no longer MJF's cash-in match. Here's what happened on Dynamite last night. And I'm going to read without the screen because it's so stupid. MJF threatened to burn Mark Briscoe alive with help from Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. So Hangman agreed to MJF stipulations where the title could change hands on a DQ or countout, and this does not count as MJF's contract cash-in.
I don't like this. Am I the only person? Am I the only person who's like sick of MJF? Right?
I'm sick of it. I actually was looking forward to this match until this happened.
Same.
I'm looking forward to this.
And I feel bad saying this because I used to really, really like him. I just don't. MJF, stop! Someone needs to stop him. This is absurd, and I don't mean in story stop him. I mean in real life.
But yeah, this is happening. This is so stupid. Like, this is one of the dumbest things I've seen in a long, long, long time. And I'm hoping they're doing this because this is not the main event of the show, and the Lifestyle Steel Cage match is.
If this is the main event,
I'm assuming because of the Lifestyle Steel Cage match, they wanted to add something to this match. You didn't have to. Just do the match. People were excited for the match. You didn't have to do anything. But the fact you literally poured gasoline on Mark Briscoe and had a lighter on your hand to threaten Hangman to get this match happening, this is so stupid.
No, the problem was I watched it, and he was 2 steps away from fucking everything, like actually hurting him.
And the crowd didn't even care. The crowd didn't care, which made it even worse.
Yeah, because like I'm all for suspending my disbelief with wrestling. Of course I am. But there's a line. And I think threatening to burn someone alive is crossing the line into stupidity.
It's not Darby Allin.
The only
it's not Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Or Jack Perry.
There's sometimes where the burning alive thing works if it's like a 3 stages of hell kind of thing.
Or a burn alive match.
Or
something like that. Or Inferno.
But he was implying that he was going to murder a man.
Or Darby Allin match in general.
But no, the 3 stages of hell or the Inferno match are the actual acceptable reasons.
Or Darby Allin match.
Or Darby Allin. or no, actually, let me add on that. Or unless you're just Darby Allin in general. But no,
true.
Actually, the problem was I looked at it again because I watched it back like twice because why not? But the problem was MJF was so close with him with the lighter, and the problem was he was 2 steps away from actually lighting him on fire by accident, and that would have fucked everything up. You could not do that.
Oh, by the way, on the Torch show, somebody threw out there that the MJF really wanted to do this. What they should have done, and they would have changed this entire thing, was they pour the gasoline, they do the whole spiel. But MJF then laughed at him, drinks out of the gasoline and says it's just water. That would have changed the whole thing. That would have changed the whole thing because Mark's face was covered with duct tape. So he wouldn't have been able to say anything. So that would have been perfect. Because then it would have been MJF outsmarting Hangman. He wasn't actually going to hurt Briscoe.
But no.
That would have changed everything.
And it makes him look smart.
Exactly.
I read something that was the most fucked thing ever. Someone said if MJF actually lit him on fire, he was going to say had a J for him.
Oh, God damn, Cristian. Oh, my God.
I read that, and I was like, what the fuck?
So I'm assuming what's going to happen here is Hangman.
I just thought of something.
What?
MJF was just reuniting brothers.
God damn. Hangman is going to win. He's going to retain the title. And then MJF's going to, and then they're going to have Ricochet and the Gates of Agony come out, attack Hangman. And then MJF's going to cash in his contract immediately. And then Hangman's still going to retain again.
Yeah. I think you're on the money. Because again, like it's obvious, right? Hangman's got to retain. He's only just won the goddamn title.
You retain the title twice. Makes it even crazier.
Just won the goddamn title.
Yeah.
Retain the title twice in the same night. It'd be crazier.
That would be fun. That'd be good. Because again, MJF's the heel. You want to see the heel do something that sort of backfires on him. You know.
So that's what I think. Are we agreeing here?
Yep. Hangman should burn MJF.
We've gone long. We've got really long. I knew this was going to happen, but actually, what it is, we didn't have a hard out anymore because he's not going to practice today because of the concert. So I wasn't worried about the time as much as I was yesterday. So we're going to close it out with one more song having to do with tonight's concert. One more, and we're going to go to CO3, 303. And that would be Don't Trust Me. We're gonna close with this. So let's do plugs. Let me do here. Let me start with this. Cristian, go ahead.
Okay. Follow me at TheVillain627 on YouTube, at TheVillain Dane Riley. I'm probably going to be streaming something later.
Get home tonight.
Depending on what I'm going to do. Join me if you want to. It's going to be fun. And stop by.
So there you go. So John, I updated the graphics for your plugs. So let's see if I can do this all in order here. Here we go.
Hey, oh, brilliant. Oh, and it's even got a little QR code. Thank you. Yes, this is one of my shows that I do, Bat Minute, where we talk about the Batman movies. So you can check that out on wherever you get your fine podcasts. And this is my other one, Miami Minutes, where we talk about the 80s movie Miami Connection, which about 4 people will know.
Around one is Kyle, by the way.
Hey. And this one, because 2 isn't enough. I need to have 3. This one is Hedwig Inch by Angry Inch, where we talk all about the musical Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Oh, brilliant! And you've got
I got more.
So this is the band I'm part of, Pete Bentham and the Dinner Ladies. So if you like weird English punk, check that out. It's always good to help us. We're on everything: Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, all the usual.
I got one more, John. I got one more for you.
If you want me to make you a cameo video as my character from the band in drag or in any kind of drag, you can order a cameo video off me if you really want to. Yeah,
I literally
I created the account like I made it about 3 years ago and forgot to actually set it up, so I finally did.
I figured you'd like that one. All right,
amazing.
Go in, find our stuff. It says scan the QR code or just find us at all the platforms except for X at Generation Evolution 00.
Do not forget the 00 or you get the wrong goddamn show.
Yes, and that'll be that. You can find us everywhere you find podcasts and on YouTube and on Spotify and iHeartRadio. Make sure you find us everywhere. So like and subscribe and comment. Next week we'll be back to talk about Clash in Paris with Mark. It's gonna be a lot of fun next week. So I'm looking forward to that. John, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Fun. Always happy to talk about AEW.
Normal circles, I'd be like, hey, John, come back in September to talk about the next AEW show. The problem is, we have a special guest for that show. And the only reason I haven't told them yet, hasn't confirmed. He hasn't confirmed yet.
Okay.
So,
it's TK.
Next time for the September show. You'll hear from me in the future. So, what's funny? I have 2 screens on. One you're frozen and one you're not. It's very funny right now. It's very funny. So let's get out of here. We were running still late. We have to get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week. I'm
Cristian.
I'm Blake, and you've been tuning into Generation Evolution.
Everybody.
Have a good night. Goodbye.
Don't trust her, never trust her, won't trust her, won't trust me.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye, mwah, and good night.